up for 40 odd something hours. The sweat on my back's got my shirt soaked and sour. And oh, it's already gone. Second night's coming and I'm spinning back around. We're all caught up, can't hear or feel the sound. And oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain is life's too short to be worrying about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. Got time but money's not something that's free. Seems the road that dice never rolls back to me. And oh, it's already gone. A bird in my hand, two cans in the other, start spinning around. Now here comes another, and oh, it's already gone. And here comes the feeling when you don't got nothing and all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain is life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Oh, it's already gone. And all you want to do is get up and start running. You can't hide long cause you know it's gonna start up again. Here's one thing that I know for certain is life's too short to be worried about you hurting for long. Well, it's already gone. Already gone. It's already gone. Go.
What is up, Jags fans? If you thought we were going to give up after an 0-4 start, you must not know us very well. We are here on a Tuesday night breaking down the Jags and the Texans film. And let me just get this out of the way right now, all right? If any of you are going to come in here with your negative vibes and come in with your just pessimism, you can do that. This is a fan show. We'll allow it. But I will qualify that statement with saying, I do want you to keep in mind this. We do have the team in Jacksonville for another 30 years. We do have a team to root for. They're not going anywhere. Yes, they're not good right now. So rather than be in a mood of self-destruction, let's maybe take a different perspective and let's take a look at how we can fix this team. Now, are they going to make the playoffs this year? Probably not. But instead of blow up everything, let's look at maybe some little things we can change here and there. And that could be a new GM, a new coach. It could be all of that. But let's just relax. Like, we're good. We're good. We have an NFL team. We have a quarterback who, whether you like him or not, is on the roster for a long time. We're good. Okay, we are good. All right. Let's look. We're gonna watch the film. We're gonna take a look at some of the plays, and I actually have a good folder. For those of you that don't know, I break down the clips and I put them in different folders for a little bit of order. There, unfortunately, the Trevor bad folder has got a little more clips than I'd like. The bad folder it has some clips, but there is some clips in the good folder. Okay, so let's just take a second. And here's the beauty of it. Like, and here's like the beauty of it. Like, we're 0-4. Okay, we're 0-4. So the fair weather fans that like are Jags fans that watch this channel and consume content when the Jags are good, they're not here anymore. They're gone. It's just us. It's just us. All right. It's the real ones. It's the OGs. So let's have a conversation. Listen, we can call out facts and we can call a spade without wanting to kill ourselves. Can I say that on YouTube? I don't know. Unalive ourselves, whatever I'm allowed to say. Okay. We can do that. All right. So get in the comments. It's just me tonight. I got no one else coming on that I know of yet. Get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to try to get to all of them. This is a fan show. I started, it will take a second because what are you guys in a hurry to watch the Texans film, right? Well, we'll take a second. This all started because there was like a vacuum in Jags content where like Jags fans didn't really get an opportunity to express their opinions. I was just like all of you. And I was like, man, I wish I could say how I feel. And I couldn't. So I was like, all right, what if there was a YouTube channel where fans could say how they feel, right? And I won't put you down. I won't say you're dumb. I won't cut you off. Like, I'm going to let you say it. So get in the comments, relax, grab yourself a nice beverage. Let's just relax. Let's watch through this film because there is some good that we can build off of. All right. Follow everything. My Twitter, I'm live on Twitter and YouTube. I think I'm live on Instagram. I don't know if someone could check for me. I can't find it. I thought I did everything right to be live on Instagram. I don't really care about Instagram, but I am live on Twitter and YouTube. So yeah, plenty of ways to watch. All of these videos go on VOD, which is like it goes up after the fact. So if you miss the beginning, or if you come in late, or if you have to leave early, you can go on YouTube channel, click on the live tab. All we do here is live shows. I'm not one of these people that's going to cut up a 10-minute video and edit it in. I'm not going to do that. That's never been my desire. So enough about me. Okay, let's get more on to you. All right, so the first one in the chat who we always shout out is Jaggernaut. And Jaggernaut's been the first in the chat for a while here now. And so I like that. He says, yo, see, Breacher's the first channel member in the chat. And you too can be a channel member. There's literally no incentive to be one besides you get the little channel member badge in YouTube, and it supports the channel. I break even on everything I pay for. So, I'm not out here making money. I do this because it's fun, and I like talking to you guys. So if you want to support the channel, like there's like a $3 a month one. Again, no obligation. Don't care at all. Like I'm covering my bases here with what we have. So appreciate you guys all being here. It's a lot of fun talking to you guys. This is like the highlight of my week is talking to you guys. So I appreciate that. DJM is here, says Jason Son. What's up, DJM? Robbie Santos says, yo. DJM says, why haven't we fired anyone yet? Doesn't seem like a good time to fire everyone quite yet. I mean, at least let them go to London, right? If you don't want to, you at least let them go to London, right? Right? Robert Adris says, let's go. Something good. This is good. Listen, we're good. Listen, if we win 4 games this year, we're fine. We're fine. We're going to be right here in this exact same place talking about the Jags next season, maybe with Travis Hunter or someone else. We're fine. We're fine. Relax. I'm a bigger Jags fan than anyone I know. Everyone here in the chat is as big a Jags fan as me. And these are our options. Okay, these are our options. Are y'all ready for this, boys? I'm going to lay it out for you. You can be in despair and depression and anger, or you pick and choose how you want to spend your Sundays going forward. Maybe you want to spend time with your family or a hobby or whatever else. That's your prerogative. And let's look at some things we could do to be better next year. Like I said, that could include firing people, replacing people. That's okay. That's okay. We're fine. Okay, we have a team. Listen, I'm a first generation Jags fan. I was 4 years old when they announced I was 4 years old when the Jags played their first game. So I've lived in an era where I've been constantly teased with I'm going to lose my team to London or LA. So I've gone through that. So the fact that I know my team's staying in Jacksonville for 30 years, when you put it in perspective like that, perspective is the key. I don't know where I was going with that. Jaggernaut says, it's over, guys. Should we be looking at the draft already? We could peek at the draft. Only team in the NFL that'll win. Well, we should have a few. We should have at least two. E. Dilla says, Sunday sparks a 3-game win streak. I'm taking hopium and believing again the Prowler jerseys are going to spark this thing. I love it. I'll be there on Sunday. If you're going to be there on Sunday, hit me up. I met up with like 4 people last home game. A lot of fun. The Rob says, here's a positive. You can find laughter in the dysfunction of rewatching a Jags game, like Cam stepping on Strange's foot, which completely demolished a run play in Houston. Yeah, I'm going to get to the clips here. Usually I try to get through the comments for like 15 minutes. So I'm going to get through some more comments for about 2 or 3 more minutes. And then I got film loaded up here. I'll show you. No, I can't. I'll show you. I didn't set it up. That's on me. That's what you get when you're a rookie. Look at that. I got folders. I got folders ready to go. So we got film loaded up. Do you believe in the report about players telling some random media guy that Doug has lost the locker room? I don't believe any unnamed anonymous source report, me personally. I wouldn't doubt it. The Rob says, or watching Cleveland get pushed around by a 199-pound DB on a run play. Shay, who's one of my favorite commenters, says, Jags are beating the Colts. If nothing else, I know that is true. I got an alert for a super chat, so let's go ahead and pop up the super chat. Brentley Sannon with $5. Thank you, Brentley. I appreciate that. I thank you. I mean, listen, I always appreciate a super chat money. Like I said, I don't really keep any of the money. I put it back into the channel. I guess it's a little selfish of me though, because I do pay for like Adobe products, right? And I call that like channel, and whatever. But whatever. It goes back to the channel. I swear. He says, I'll be the first to say, if we beat the Colts, we can run the table and get back to a 4-4 record. Why not? I mean, Joe Flacco and the Colts coming into town. I know Joe Flacco's kind of scary for us, but why not? I mean, we were in 3 of the 4 games. The only game we weren't in 2 of them, I think we should have won. But it was the Bills. And the Bills look good. I mean, I think I know our I was like, I'll be honest with you guys. Listen, I'm an honest guy. Like, that's one thing about me is that I will always be honest with you. I'll say when I'm wrong. I'll say when I'm right. I'll say how I'm feeling. I'm just an honest person. And like, it's really a detriment sometimes in life because sometimes I'm too honest and people are like, we don't need to hear all that, which is fair. That's fair. It's a quality flaw. I was looking through, like, I went back and watched the very first Club Jaguar. So Club Jaguar is a show I do on Wednesday nights, tomorrow night, with UCF Jaguar and Jordan DeLugo. Great show. You guys probably all watched it already. And I was like, I said so many things in that first episode that were like, I told you so type situations where I like called things out. Like, one thing I talked about was that, like, I don't think our wide receiver core is that good. I even with Brian Thomas Jr., who was a surprise I didn't see coming, I still didn't think it was as good as it needed to be. I talked about the offensive line not being as good as it needs to be, amongst other things. I was worried about the defensive backs. And so I started watching the first Club Jaguar, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to clip some of these things I said. I'm going to post them, and I'm going to look really smart. I got about 6 minutes in, and I got disgusted with myself. I was like, am I really sitting here trying to cherry pick some I told you so's? And I told you, I was a character flaw. About after 6 minutes, I was like, what the hell am I doing? Because I could sit here and find things I was wrong about. So I just want to apologize to you guys for that I even had that thought. I'm sorry. I don't ever want to be that guy. So, Brentley, I agree with you. I agree. I do think we can get back to 4-4. Why can't we? We're good in London. We can beat the Colts. That's 3 right there. And not to mention, it's not like we're going and playing like powerhouses over there in London. I think you're right. Okay, I'm going to skip some of these comments because I do got to get to some film. So if it's good and I miss it, you guys know the drill. Just type it again. It's not a big deal. We don't judge around here. I'm just going to kind of cherry pick some of these. Do we need more Tank? Oh, yeah. I mean, he had an amazing game. He had 9 carries for like, what was it? I have it up here. He had 7 carries for 90 yards. And here's like a problem here's something I'm starting to realize with the Jags is the problem. It's like the offensive line actually played pretty good again. This is 2 weeks in a row. And I know there's bad plays here and there where the offensive line did not play good. But there's like, as a whole, like the offensive line's playing a lot better than they did at the beginning of the season and definitely last year. So, like, the problem is the offensive line did a great job run blocking in the game, except for when we need them to run block. Hear me out. Like, I know we need them to run block all game, but it's like 4th down. Here, I'll pull up the play right now. Like the run blocking was great most of the game, but it's like the last drive of the game, we were in the 4-minute drill. We couldn't block on the 4th down, the quarterback draw. I'll pull it up right here. Here it is. All right, like, let me get my big mug out of the way. You guys don't need to see all of that. Like, this is the right play call. Going for it on 4th down on the 1.5 yard line in a quarterback draw, this is the right play. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 offensive linemen, and you have 1, 2, 3 defensive linemen, and an off-ball linebacker standing 3 yards in the end zone. A quarterback draw is the right play here. This is the right play. And like I said, the offensive line was good a lot of the game, but when it comes down to when you need them to do it, they don't do it. Our last offensive drive of the game before we gave up the drive to the Texans where they went down and chewed the clock and scored to win, we just needed like 1 first down. And the offensive line could not run block on that drive. Like Trevor, like on 3rd down, when we need him to make a throw, he doesn't make the throw. Like on 3rd down, when we need our receivers or tight ends to make a catch, they drop the ball. It's like when we need them to perform and execute, they don't. And I don't know how to fix that. That's why like I've gotten in. I'll play this play out, and then I'll say my main point. Like, this is the right play call here. Now, Brandon Sheriff, the play before this actually had Brandon Sheriff actually sprung the big run by Tank Bigsby. But like here, there's no reason why. Okay, they do put Alshia here in the middle of the field here. Okay, that was a good. They did that late. All right, we still have numbers. Like, this should be fan block. Or no, I'm sorry. This should be fan block, down block, double team. I mean, this should be easy right here. Trevor's like, bro, I'm running. Now, could he have hit this gap? He could have. But this isn't Trevor Lawrence's bread and butter. But Sheriff, brother, you got to hold that block, man. And like, I get it. He's lined up on your inside shoulder. He is. So take a step and get there. I mean, maybe he didn't know the play. I don't know, but like, that was a killer. That was an absolute killer. And like, I don't know. Like, is it a coaching issue? Ultimately, it comes down to the coaches. But you just can't do that. Can't do that. All right, a few more comments, then I'm going to go on a film frenzy. Okay, so if you came here to watch the film, let me get through a few more comments because I know people watch this for the film, but people also watch this because it's a fan show. So I have to have this balance of like comments and film. So I'm going to get a few more comments, and then I'm going to go on a film barrage. Okay, you ready for this? Cy Robin says, Jason, are you considered? I think you mean concerned with Trevor's accuracy issues. As much as I want to blame coaching and management for everything, they have nothing to do with his inaccuracy. He's seemingly regressing. Okay, great question. This is just my personal opinion. I went back and watched all 22, which basically just means they show you every play twice, once from the sideline, once from the end zone. Gives you a little bit different perspective. You get to watch every play twice, which is nice. And like, it didn't, after watching the game, it didn't surprise me that Doug Peterson came out in his post-game press conference and put all the blame on the players. Now, I think there is plenty of blame to put on Doug Peterson. But this specific game, Trevor Lawrence had a really, really bad game. He really did. Even worse than the Bills game, like, honestly. 2 bad games in a row for Trevor. I still believe in Trevor, and I still think he's the franchise. I still think he's the guy going forward, but he's got to sharpen up, man. You could say we ruined him, and he's seeing ghosts spinning when he doesn't need to spin out of the pocket. I get all that, but we're not getting rid of Trevor, and something's got to change because this one game in a vacuum, I get where Doug Peterson is saying it's on the players. This game was on the players in execution. I have a few plays clipped where the play call wasn't great, but that happens in every game. Trevor did not have a good game. That's the reality of the situation. It is what it is. We'll get to some of that here. Trevor's spin move always ends in disastrous decision. It's like clockwork. I rarely see other quarterbacks do it. Jarvis says, it's a bad habit he learned. He used to step up in the pocket. Sea Breacher says, that's one thing about watching a Jags United show. You never know if you're going to get a negative or a positive, Jason. You are going to get a high noon, Jason, though. Yeah. Chef Florida Boy, what do you think about the punt return? Seems to be an issue blocking for Duvernay. I think Devin Duvernay has been marginal as far as effective. And while we're talking about marginal effectiveness, I think Gabe Davis has been the most disappointing player I've seen in a long time. He looks really, really slow. And like Devin Lloyd looks really slow too. And Aluakon looks slow. And Muma plays fast, but he's not fast. And it's like, maybe we need to like bring back the Tom Coughlin into practice sprints because we look pretty slow right now. We look pretty slow. Benjamin says, what's good, Brody? Not much. I kind of have to piss, but we're only 23 minutes in, so I don't really want to like pause the show now. I'm going to try to make it to like 30 minutes and take a minute and a half piss break. But I'm honest with you guys. I'm honest. Like I'm on a couple of high noons right now. It's high noon somewhere. Jen Jag. Oh, I love you, Jason. Jordan. I love you too, buddy. I appreciate you. Jordan, man, I looked at Jordan's pictures on Twitter. X. He had a great post. He's like, here rather than talking about the Jags or watching the Jags. And I was like, see, that's somebody. Jordan is somebody who's willing to, who can remove himself from the emotions of the Jags. Jordan's a bigger fan than me. He spends more time covering the Jags than me by like tenfold. And if he's able to step away, I don't know if it's vacation or if Jordan can do it, we all can do it. Okay. That's kind of how I started the show. Glad you're here, Jordan. Bad game is an understatement about Trevor. Accuracy is at an all-time low. We're missing the layups. Yeah. What can they do to remind Trevor of who he is? This is what's unfortunate. I mean, it's a great question, and that's an amazing question. And like my opinion, I think you just got to bring in a new coach. That's the reality of the situation. I don't think they did him any good with the offensive line they put in front of him. I don't think they did him any good with the receivers. And again, I get that Brian Thomas Jr. is a first-round pick, and he's playing his ass off, and he looks really, really good. But Gabe Davis looks terrible. Like, I don't use that word, like, just throwing it around. He looks terrible. Christian Kirk is just now playing well, like the last week and a half. Devin Duvernay was a trap. Where the hell is Parker Washington? I thought about this the other day. On this channel and on channels I was on and on Club Jaguar, we spent hours talking about Elijah Cooks, Tim Jones, Austin Tremmel. Like, well, which one of these guys should make the team? It doesn't matter. It does not matter about those guys. Like, the offensive line can't block, the receivers can't catch, and these play calls are terrible. And we spent so much time and energy talking about Austin Trammell. And Parker Washington can't even get on the field. And why are we in two tight end sets so much? I don't get it. Put the receivers out there. I love Luke Farrell and Britton Strange, but why are they on the field so much? I just don't understand. We got to run the ball. I don't care. Run it out of gun. All right. I only showed one play. All right, here we go. 25 minutes in, we're going to show some film. All right, we're going to show some film. All right, we're going to start. You know what? Screw y'all. I don't care. I know it's a bad game, but we're going to start with some Brian Thomas Jr. stuff. All right, y'all ready for this? We're going to start with some Brian Thomas Jr. because that man is just playing out of his mind right now. Okay, so I clipped it a little early here. Forgive me. Okay, look at this. I think this was after the Daniel Thomas punt recovery when the Texans, like the first punt of the game, the Texans dropped the punt. And you're going to see your boy Brian Thomas Jr. in the slot. Look at this, a 3-receiver set. We got 11 personnel, 1 tight end, 1 running back. You got Tank Bigsby in the game. You got we'll call this tray formation because they have the tight end on the end line here and no receivers over here. So, I mean, the coaches know this, but anytime you're in tray, you probably are going to want to drag some people across the formation because that's hard to cover. Watch Brian Thomas Jr. just do a great job here. Yeah, sorry, Houston Texans DB. You're gonna have to get your hands on him if you want to stop him from doing that. We found something in Brian Thomas Jr. We really did find something in Brian Thomas Jr. And that was an ugly play action. I will say that. Don't love that play action. Like, why is Trevor running forward when he does this? I guess he did get everyone to bite. I mean, who am I to? I mean, everyone bites. So, I mean, I guess who am I to say? Who am I to say anything about the play action? I guess. Let's go. Let's go. Now, listen. You can be mad all you want. The Jags suck. Only team without a win. Fire Doug Peterson. Fire Press Taylor. Fire Trent Baalke. That's all things that could be that are right, probably, and accurate. But one thing that you can't deny is that Brian Thomas Jr. is an absolute dog. Like, I was not even expecting him to come out this way, this good, this fast. Okay. Brian Thomas Jr. Are you seeing a theme here? 1 tight end set, 11 gun personnel. Just stay in 11 gun. Just stay. Why are we going the 2 tight end? I don't need to see Luke Farrell on the field. Well, we can't run unless we have 2 tight ends. I don't care. I don't care. There's no reason why CJ Stroud should have 100 more passing yards than Trevor Lawrence. Okay. Let's just keep 1 tight end on the field for now. All right. How about that, Doug? And there's some bad throws coming up from Trevor Lawrence on these clips. So don't fall in love too quick with Trevor in this game. But this was a great throw by Trevor. I mean, that's what you work. I mean, when you get cover 1, so cover 1's 1 high safety. It looks like it's a cover 1 because you're manned up here, you're manned here. Looks like this linebacker is taking the running back out of the backfield. Or I'm sorry. I'm not sure who has who. One of these guys has the tight end and one of these guys has the running back, probably him here and him here. But you have one-on-one on the outside of the bottom of your screen. When you play a cover 1 press like this, you have to be able to execute this fade route. And that's exactly what they do here. Now, Trevor misses the throw a few times in the game, but this time he hits it. Okay, so let's just at least take the good. This time he does hit it. The pocket's pretty good here. We'll see it from the end zone. This is a pretty good pocket. It's a pretty good pocket. Okay, like we'll take this 10 times out of 10. We'll take that. We'll take that. Another good throw and good catch. See if we can back up the beginning of the formation. What are you noticing again? All right. Now I think this is a tight end here, but we are in 10 personnel. 10 personnel, no tight ends. A 3-by-1 formation with 3 trips out to the left. Okay? We need to just stay in this formation. Brian Thomas Jr. on the dig route. Great catch. Great catch by Brian Thomas Jr. I mean, this is what the Texans did to us all game. It was good to see the Jags do it to the Texans here. All right, we'll take a look at the pocket here. I think Dearness Johnson has to – he comes back in motion here. Okay. Look, that's Trevor hanging in the pocket, stepping up in the pocket, trusting his line. And I know that's easy for us to say, trusting his line, because we have watched him just get destroyed by this offensive line. But he trusts his line, steps up in the pocket, makes a great throw, and Brian Thomas Jr. makes a great catch. All right, how else can you use him? How about this? Who would have thought if you take your best receiver and you run him on a toss sweep or a sweep that things would be good? Why did it take us 4 weeks? Why did it take us all this time to figure it out? I don't know, but I'm glad we did. All right, you see it. You see the Dolphins do it with Tyreek Hill and A-Chain and Waddle. They do it all the time, and I'm glad that we kind of figured it out here. Great job. Great job, Britton Strange getting out in space, blocking. I mean, that's one of the reasons why he was drafted. 85, you're going to see him. Great job blocking the DB. Good vision by Brian Thomas Jr. Take that all day. Take that all day. Gabe Davis was an absolute waste. Travis Holmes on 1010 XL right now. Go send support. Spam fire bulky. Hire Trav and Jason for GM. Dude, Travis is killing it. Travis is killing it. Hacker loves him. Hacker loves him. We're hoping Gabe would be Marvin Jones Jr. He's not. He looks worse now than he looked in Buffalo. He just looks slow. I don't know which. It's in the bad folder, but I don't know which play it is. There's a play coming up where there's 2 plays actually where he just looks like the slowest guy on the field. And I'm not kidding. And I'm starting to hate analytics because I'm looking on Twitter and I'm looking at all these people posting the graphs, the stats. And you guys know me, I'm a PFF guy, but nothing that they're showing is what we're seeing on film. Like I said, great that the offensive line played better. Great that they ran block better. But what I care more about than their run blocking grades throughout the whole game is on that last drive of the game in the 4-minute drill. Why can't they do it then? Receivers, great. They're getting average separation. Great job. Why are you dropping the ball on 3rd down? Whatever. BTJ needs 14 targets a game. I agree. Pull the neighbors effect on him. Kenyon Green was our best player on Sunday. Duval Jags says Jags have the worst record in the league, but they are not the worst team. Legitimately could be 3-1, 2-2, or 1-3. But as luck has it, here we are at 0-4. 0-4. Yeah. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I like the optimism, though. All right, boys. I made it to 33 minutes and not pissing. So I'm going to go piss real quick. Give me 1 minute. Be right back. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I told you to be quick. Okay, let's see here. Isaiah Jones seems like they do it to pretend that Trevor has all-around solid receivers. As an avid four-year fantasy drafter of Gabe Davis, he's only ever popped twice every year for more than 10 points. I guess they were, I mean, I bought into it. I thought maybe like because we saw people that come in here and Trevor like elevates their game. I thought maybe like he'd come in here and Trevor would elevate his game. And maybe he still will. It's only 4 games. Ventrell Miller and Buster Brown looked like legit starters and not just serviceable backups. Yeah, Ventrell Miller, I will say, if I'm grading him, well, off my eyeballs, A in run support, C in coverage. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. But that's where I'd put him, Paul. He was a little messy in his zone drops. He was. Not quick at changing directions and coverage. But I'm still very impressed with him against the run. I mean, we'll show him. We'll show the plays. We'll show. We have them. We have them. Here's the good folder. You know what? We're gonna save the bad folder till the end. All right. Here we go. All right. So Texans are kind of driving here. They're going to be in kind of a heavy personnel. I mean, this is a tight end. He's playing as a fullback, another tight end. So they're in I form here with 2 tight ends. Jags are expecting the run. Ventrell Miller, I believe, is playing the Mike backer here. Yes, he is. I mean, he's not moving like insanely fast, but he's moving very effective, which is what you want at your Mike linebacker against the run. And he makes the tackle. It's a great job. It's a great job by Ventrell Miller. And that's a guy we had kind of written off as a wasted draft pick, to be fair. I mean, we're being honest with ourselves here. Great job, Ventrell. Let's look at from the end zone again. I mean, watch him. I mean, he just beats the block with speed somehow, stays on his line, keeps his outside shoulder free, and makes the tackle in the backfield. That's all you can ask for. Great job. Great job, Ventrell. This is in the wrong folder, so I'm not going to show that. That's also in the wrong folder. That's also in the wrong folder. Oof. Okay, let's show the Daniel Thomas punt recovery. Maybe there's not as many good plays as I thought. Nice catch, buddy. I don't know why this isn't a touchdown, but what stupid rule is that you can't advance a fumble on a muff punt? Because that cost us. Because I think we ended up scoring on that play, but we did. That was the Brian Thomas Jr. drag route. They scored on this drive. Way to go, Daniel Thomas. Way to go, Daniel Thomas. Coming off an injury. I was watching the game with some friends. My buddies had like a cookout. We had like oysters. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. And when this happened, I was like so excited. I was like, that's because he does TikTok Bible studies. Nobody even reacted to it. Like literally, it was like a scene in a skit where everyone just like kept looking down at their food. I was like, oh, I thought that was a good one. That's my life. I hope you get a little glimpse into my life there. Ventrell needs reps. Balky's safe as GM number 32 sounds right. If anyone's job is safe, it's the worst performer out of the entire league. Khan didn't become a billionaire being dumb. He just gave up trying once he got the bill. He's still making money hand over fist. That's the thing, Venom. And I think you're right. Listen, I said all the time, like, Shad Khan did not become a billionaire by making bad decisions. It is time. It is time. I don't love what he did with Dolph. And you can start to see the rift now that Balky had in San Francisco. You can kind of see that rift happening here, which is that's when you know things need to change. Cy Robbins says, I like BTJ out of the slot, similar to how Dallas uses CeeDee Lamb. It's a nightmare for DBs to guard athletic, physical receivers on those shallow crossing routes. I agree. Which it was weird because we wanted to use Brian Thomas Jr. as that field stretcher boundary guy and leave Christian Kirk on the slot. And Christian Kirk had a decent game, but yeah. Controlled, aggressive movement. The Trevor discourse is heated, but we're not giving up on him after 4 games. Yeah, you're right. And I think I guess what people would counter argue is that he didn't have a great end of the season last year either, but he was injured. And I'm not giving up on Trevor. I'm not either. We need some turnovers. That worries me a little. Yeah, teams are moving the ball on us pretty effectively, unfortunately. If Holding was a defender, it'd get MVP every play. That wasn't a hold, gashed us. Remember how we said Ridley needed Zay Jones? Maybe Trevor does too. Vinchel and Foye may be a nasty combo. He just needs some time to adjust to coverage. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be the problem is like both of those guys aren't great in coverage. And I mean, and Foye is really good. I didn't mean to say he's not good, but he's not like peak coverage linebacker, I guess. Swing and a miss. Jason, if the Jaguars offered you a coaching position, what position would you choose and what would be the first thing you would do? I mean, this is a broad hypothetical. I mean, if we're shooting for the moon, I'm taking head coach. Actually, I'm taking GM. I'm taking GM. I know you didn't ask me that. You said coaching position, but I don't think I'm qualified enough to coach these guys as a football coach on the field. But I think I could be a GM. And I don't mean to sound like arrogant, but I have a lot of sports administration experience, obviously not at the NFL level, a lot of experience managing budgets and things like that. And I think that I actually have a skill set in hiring good people. And that's why I think that's where I think a GM is effective, is hiring good people, whether it's a player to be on your team or a coach or even an athletic trainer, even down to the athletic trainer. The GM is responsible for this stuff. When you look at these like hamstring injuries and the lingering hamstring injuries, like if everybody on your team has a hamstring injury, you need to take a look at your athletic trainers. That's the reality of the situation. It's hiring the strength coach. That's a thing that a lot of people don't think about. Your strength coach is one of your most important personnel on your team. So I would take GM, and I think I'd be good at it. If we're talking pure coaching position, defensive backs is where I'm kind of made my money up through the coaching ranks. So that's probably where I would do it. Not giving up on Trevor. Old guys go, young get talent stays. Yeah, he turns 25 on Sunday. Do you think Travis Hunter will play both sides in the NFL? I think it depends on who his coach is. I think some coaches wouldn't want to do it. I think some coaches would. The pass rush is non-existent. Davis. What's up, Davis? Davis, how was your workout today? I did chest today with an emphasis on upper chest and inside chest today. It was a good day and did some abs too. Favorite, least favorite player on the roster. Also, do those guitars ever get played? Favorite player. If you would have asked me at the beginning of the season, I would have said Trevor Lawrence. And you know what? I'm still going to go Trevor Lawrence. And I know he's not playing well, but I like Trevor. I was hyped about Trevor. I think he can be a good player. Like, I've been a Jags fan my whole life, and we've never gotten even if he's not a generational quarterback, we've never had anything close to a generational quarterback. So the fact that he, at 24, turning 25 in a few days, is like still could be good, I'll take Trevor. Least favorite player? I don't know, man. That's a tough question. As far as like performance on the field or how I feel about them, it'd be hard for me to pick a least favorite. I'd like to see more out of Antonio Johnson, just because he's a starter, and I never really thought he earned the starting spot as far as his game day performance. Now, he may do things in practice and in the locker room that I don't see, but as far as game day performance, I haven't seen anything I have Antonio Johnson that makes me think that he's a starter, to be honest with you. Sure, he's a great guy. And I heard Mike Greenberg say on ESPN today, one of my favorite, I heard it today. It was one of my favorite things I've ever heard anyone say on TV ever. He said, he's a good guy. And he was talking about Robert Saleh. And he said, the world needs more good guys, then they need good football players. But he's not an NFL head coach, talking about Saleh. So Antonio Johnson could be a good guy, and the world does need more good guys. I just don't know if he's earned the starting spot yet. He still could. I just used the young debate on Trevor. He's still young too. So I can't say it on one end and not say it on the other. And do those guitars ever get played? Absolutely. And just so you know, in the video description, I had a lot of free time over the summer. Okay. And I actually wrote and recorded 6 songs, and I recorded every instrument. They're in the YouTube description. You can check them out. They're very I grew up learning how to play instruments in the early 2000s when alt rock, emo, punk was popular. So they kind of have that flair. But if you want to see me play those instruments, video description that's in there. You can see there's a channel that I just put them all on, and they're just 6 songs, and check it out. And you can see me playing all those instruments you see in the background, from the violin to the mandolin. I actually have another bedroom that you guys have never seen. It's just my drums. So you can see all of that. It sucks too because of those 2 deep throws he missed. I know he can make those, and I've seen. Okay, okay. Let's look at a few more good plays here, and then we'll get to those plays. All right, Tank Bigsby. This was early in the game. Great job, big run. I mean, this is why he averaged all those yards per carry. Great job. And this wasn't insanely good blocking. This was just good vision, good acceleration, makes the guy miss and gets to the outside. Wait a second, boys. Is that a Parker Washington sighting? Huh. And here's the other one, the one that we don't end up scoring on. Dude, just stay in bounds. God, we need you to stay in bounds there. And this is where Brandon Sheriff actually had a good block. Too bad he couldn't block on 3 plays later. I mean, the defensive lineman does kind of help him by moving this way for some stupid reason. Anton Harrison seals the block. Great job, Tank. And I know I'm inevitably going to get the question, should Tank Bigsby get more carries than Travis Etienne? And the answer is yes. Yes. Duval can blame Peterson all they want, but the Jags just don't have the elite players to be a good NFL team. That's a bulky thing, not a coachy thing. I agree 100,000%. I agree that would sum up how I feel. Very nice, Duval. I agree. Should we trade for Devontae Adams? Now, this may be counterintuitive to what I just said, but I think it's a little late now. Had we been 2-2, 1-3, we beat the Texans, we're a game out. Yes. 0-4, no. Now, if we rattle off some wins and he's still there and we get him for the trade block, yes. But as of now, don't give up draft capital. Not with this regime. If you're going to end up firing Balky and Peterson, don't trade draft picks. How do you feel about everyone on the radio and every beat writer saying Balky is safe? I don't think they know. I know what information they're given, and who's ultimately makes that decision? Shad Khan. Do you think Shad Khan's going to the radio people and the beat writers and telling him his plan for the future? If you think that Shad Khan's doing that, I have some land to sell you in Alaska, or whatever the saying is. Surprisingly, Jason would have hired Hutchinson. Oh, I would have drafted Hutchinson. I would have. Absolutely. Yep. It's kind of sad that our 24-year-old quarterback is more mature after a loss than Doug Peterson. I think he just reached his breaking point where he was like, stop blaming me. And in this game, I get what he's saying. All right, I'm getting some emails here. Just want to make sure it's nothing important. All right, let's get to some more plays here. All right, let's do what we didn't want to do here. I know. We're gonna take some Trevor plays here. There's a lot in this folder. There's a lot in this folder, and this is where, and I hate being this guy, and I know I just said like we don't need to be the team that like harps on our negativity, and let's look at what we can build off of. But Trevor's got to sharpen up. I did also say that. These are not good. Play one. Now this one, I could almost, if you watch Brian Thomas Jr., he does kind of do a little stutter step when he gets pressed here, and he does kind of slow the route down a bit. See a little. I mean, it gets him open. I mean, it's a great route. Watch Brian Thomas Jr. here. Great route. I could watch that all day. Oh my gosh, that stutter step. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Look at him drop his hips, reaccelerate. My goodness. Brian Thomas Jr. might be the best player on our team. He might be the best player. Davis, now that you asked me that question about my favorite player, it might be Brian Thomas Jr. Look at this route. My goodness. And Trevor misses him. Now let's take a look at the pocket. Maybe there's a chance that he was getting pressured and he had to throw it a little early. Maybe. Let's take a look. Nope. It's on Trevor. All right, here's another one. Now, again, could have been a miscommunication, but Trevor's got to give him a chance here. I mean, he's open. God, give him a chance. Clean pocket. And you can see Brian Thomas Jr. is visibly upset because he knew he had him beat. I mean, it's not even close. And maybe Brian Thomas Jr. was supposed to run the out. Maybe he was. Like, we don't know. Maybe he was supposed to run the out. We don't know that, guys. To be fair, like, we do not know if Brian Thomas Jr. was supposed to run the out there. Like, there's a chance. So maybe we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. My goodness. I have no words for that one. Guys. This is sad. I'm just gonna get through these. I'm sorry, guys. I know I was hyped, but this is a bad folder. What are we doing? Dude? I know it's third down. Like, I get it. It was third down. You had to get 15 yards, and like, this is your only shot that gives you a first down. But more than just the bad throw of throwing it into double coverage is like, you could have gotten Brian Thomas just killed here. Thank God the Texans don't play like aggressive. And I think Brian Thomas did hurt his elbow on this play. Oh, the fiddle. Oh, it's okay, guys. We're playing. It's the flute play. It's the flute play. Okay. I'm sorry. I have no words. Great route. This was third down, too. 3rd and 1. Right play call. This is why Doug's mad. This is the right play call. Last one. Last one. Where are you going, Trev? Where are you going? Where are you going? You got time. Yeah. So, like, that's why Doug was able to be so spicy after the game. Like I said, this game was on Trevor. We just watched all those throws. That last one, maybe he sensed the pressure and had to get out of it. It was 3rd and 5. I get it. But the rest of them, I think someone said egregious. That's tough, boys. That's tough. Egregious throw. Sai says, I just checked out the music channel, and Jason's voice is actually really good. I would never claim to be a vocalist. I'm more of a talker than a singer. But, yeah, whatever. Can't believe we traded down for BTJ. That's what kind of got me, to be honest. Catch you on the replay, boys. Dinner time. Let's go, Jags. Let's go, Jags. Yeah, go get some dinner. Someone please file a missing report for Rick Armstead. Definitely a bulky draft. He was given everything he wanted. If it doesn't work, he's responsible. Trevor needs to be benched. I see a desire for winning more in Mac Jones than I see in Trevor. Trevor's already been paid in the big bucks no matter how he plays. Well, the problem is like when Mac Jones came in that Buffalo game, the very first play he fumbled. So I don't know. I don't know if that is going to help us. I don't. Maybe. I mean, DJM said, yeah, no Trevor's no fuel. He's trolling. I'm going to find you. Oh, yeah. Well, hit me up. I'll be there. These plays got my boy. I said my favorite player was Trevor, and to see him make all those plays that were awful. Stepped into it and everything. I'm being genuine. Trevor is more talented, but it just seems like he care less if he wins or loses. Stupid throw. Be sure to snap it with 0.1 seconds left. Yeah, the flute play. No, I'm not okay, Travis. Mr. 1010XL is going to have his own radio show soon. I'm going to be like, Travis, can I come on your radio station show? He's going to be like, hey, man, I love you, but no. Take the hit and deliver the strike. I hated that Trevor missed throw. Yeah. This is a flute. Those spin moves never end well, but he just keeps doing it. I feel like the way the team is constructed and coached, we are entirely reliant on how Trevor plays, and I don't think that's a good thing. Mahomes is not playing well right now, and they're still winning. Yeah. All right. Well, what else do we have? Oh no, there's more bad plays, boys. 3rd and long. I mean, 3rd and like 20. 3rd and 20. Jags can get off the field with just not giving up 20 yards. What do? Ex-Jag Darren Ungabawale runs for 20 on 2 missed tackles. Again, that's not coaching. That's bad execution. Like, what are we doing here? Where are we going? He catches the ball. And we got a guy. This is the first down marker. He's catching the ball. And we got a guy 25 yards behind the sticks, 20 yards behind the sticks, 8 yards behind the sticks, 17 yards behind the sticks, 10 yards behind the sticks, and 6 yards behind the sticks. Oh, we do have Jarian Jones here. Okay, Jarian Jones is only a yard behind the first down marker. It's okay. It's okay. We're honestly, we're fine. He still has to go 13 yards for a first down. So we're good. We're good. We can make a tackle in 13 yards, right? Right? Nope. 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 I may not get through this whole folder. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Bro, Antonio Johnson, what are you doing? You're a freaking safety. Like, you teach middle school players in middle school. You teach them to what's called vice tackle. I'll take the inside shoulder. You take the outside shoulder. Darby's going to stay outside of him, make him come inside. Antonio Johnson's going to stay inside, and they're going to meet him in the middle. Okay. If you're on his outside shoulder and he tries to go to the sideline, you just push him out. If he tries to cut back, we have Antonio Johnson here. So this is a win-win. This is a vice tackle situation. They teach you this in middle school. How many times are we going to miss sacks, dude? Hines Allen, what are we doing here? Like, you get paid way too much money to not make this sack. And I get it. I get it. CJ Stroud's good. CJ Stroud's good. And he does a good job getting there. But you got to make that sack, Hines Allen. It's okay. Travon Walker can make the sack. Hines Allen doesn't make the sack. It's okay. We got Travon Walker. He's a first number one overall pick. He can make the sack. Not a problem. Nope. He doesn't either. He lets him out as well. Good thing he's strong. Good thing he has long arms, and good thing he's a freak athlete so that when he gets his hands on CJ Stroud, he's able to sack him. And then we just don't tackle. Offensive line, terrible. Oh, no, this is where ETN doesn't block the right guy. I mean, I get it. This is called a double mug. When your linebackers walked up into the A gaps, we call this double mug. It's tricky. It's tricky at the snap. And ETN may be thinking, all right, I'm going to have to help here. Okay, that's fair. All right, but use your eyes. And when you see them drop, know that your threat is here. All right. This is the last. I have more bad plays, but this is gonna piss me off. This is the last bad play I'm showing. I just can't. I just can't with the Antonio Johnson. I just can't. It's like, all right, we're good. We have this guy bracketed. Not like high-low bracket, but we got him inside-outside bracket. All you got to do is just like cover him. All you got to do is cover him. That's all you got to do, Antonio Johnson. That's all you got to do. You're good. We're still good. Like, we're still solid. I don't know why you're still squared up to him at this point. Like, get to the hip and play normal. But no, he's going to hold him. Drive extended. This is third down. This is third and 12. Third and 12. Penalty. This is the best part right here. What did I do? What did I do? I didn't do anything. You didn't do anything. You held him and salsa danced with him and turned him around. Okay, I can't do this. Okay. All right. Whew, big deep breath, deep breath. Deep breath, deep breath. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We have a team. 30 years. We got Trevor. Let me get to some of these comments. Okay. You're gonna have to be nicer to Travis on Club Jaguar. I'm so nice to Travis. I don't know where this notion that I'm not nice to Travis comes from. We talked about this on Club Jaguar. I put his feet to the fire. I'm not mean to him. And to be honest, I would expect anyone to do that to me. Put my feet to the fire. I can admit if I'm wrong or if I'm right. If I'm right, I'll have supporting evidence. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I'm not mean to him. I just know he knows what he's talking about. So I'm able to do that. That's more fun. It's more fun. Can you imagine what it's like hanging out with me and my friend group when we go and watch sports? We all go watch sports together. My friends that I hang out with, I've known like for a long time, and they're like sports nuts. And I'm not just talking football. I mean, they can talk hockey, they can talk baseball. I mean, we're going to watch the Yankees game on Saturday. Like we're sports nuts. I cannot have them on this show because it would not be rated safe for YouTube. Cisco had me mad too. Yeah, no, I'm with you. At least we know that's not Nielsen's fault. Just Antonio Johnson just sucks. And I think this is what the coaches were kind of getting at. And people didn't like Peterson throwing them under the bus, but like we just watched a lot of plays. Okay, I'll show. To be fair, just to be fair, because I don't want to sit here and make the case without like any like bad play calls. This was a bad play call. Okay, so I get it. Like you're in this heavy personnel with 2 tight ends. You're under center. You only have 2 wide receivers. They're going to be in a max protect here. So only 2 receivers are running routes. But this hasn't worked all year. And I understand this is how you set up play action and take a shot. I get that. I'm not an idiot. But make your shot route concept a little bit better is all I'm saying. This route concept's trash. Great pocket. You got 2 tight ends blocking. Great pocket here. The only problem with this great pocket is that there's nobody even looking at the quarterback or open. Okay, that's okay. He's got more time in the pocket. That's fair. Okay, we'll play it forward a little bit. Okay, now what do we have? We have an out-breaking route here, which he could have maybe thrown. We have an out-breaking route here, which will end up being covered. The Texans do a good job here covering this out-breaking route. And look, when he goes to throw it, we'll pause it right when he throws it. So when he pulls the trigger, and this is the right time to pull the trigger, he's covered, and he's covered. Now, could he make an immaculate throw to like right here with a great timing route to a rookie? He could have, maybe. That's asking a lot. Even the running back, Dearness Johnson, who's going to leak out of the backfield's covered. Like, what is Trevor supposed to do here? At least Gabe Davis wasn't on the field running his slow ass around the field. I mean, we'll just show these while we're here. I know we showed that already. Hold on. This is bad by Jarrian Jones. All right, you got 2 receivers out here. Let me back up just a bit so you can see. You got a little twin stack here. Jarrian Jones is lined up head up on the 2 receiver. So this is the 1 receiver, this is the 2 receiver. You read inside out. So we don't know if they're doing a Palms pattern match coverage where he's taking first guy in or if he's just manned up. Either way, it doesn't matter. He does the wrong thing. Okay, so regardless of the coverage. And he has safety help behind him. Okay. So he's going to sit here. He's going to allow this inside release. And like allowing the inside release is one thing, but why are you jumping? Like he was fishing for an INT right here. Watch him. He was fishing for an INT. He says, oh, this is my chance. Oh, except you let the receiver behind you. He's a rookie. Rookies make mistakes. That was a big mistake. Delayed slant route. This one pissed me off about Christian Kirk. I think they're going to put him in motion, I think. Or no, they're not. Okay. Okay. So there's a lot to this play. You got Christian Kirk in the slot here. He's going to end up running like a little dig route here. There is a moment where he's open, and Trevor, if he would have stayed in the pocket, could have hit him. Okay. But Trevor gets in trouble, does his little spin move that everyone hates. But this is the one time the spin move actually does work, and it does buy him more time to throw the ball. Okay. So he's going to have more time to throw the ball. He senses the trouble, and he's going to just throw it up to Christian Kirk. Not ideal, but it happens in the NFL. All right. And I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay. Like, we'll play it through here. He pump fakes to Gabe Davis, probably because he ran the slowest route ever. Let's watch. Yeah, he pump fakes that. I mean, that's a good pump fake because this DB kind of sat underneath it. That's smart. Pump fakes it. Now you have an open dig route here. He probably should have thrown it right after that. He resets, goes, and then this is fair. I mean, now that I'm watching it back and paused, look, he's going to pump fake Gabe Davis. 5's there covered. He's going to look to throw it to Kirk, and then this linebacker, either him or him, sits on it. Good job not throwing that, not throwing the pick. He's protecting the ball. Watch. Doesn't throw it there. Smart. Doesn't throw it there. Smart. Doesn't have a great window here. He's going to spin out. Great spin move here. Now he's got nothing. Like, he's got nothing. Trevor's way back here. You got Brian Thomas Jr. sitting in the flat. You got Gabe Davis being double covered because he's slow. You have ETN running a little dragger out here. And you have Christian Kirk, who kind of has a little, and you have Britton Strange kind of hanging out back here with the coaches. So Trevor makes the right call here by just throwing it up to Christian Kirk. Look at this effort by Christian Kirk to get the ball. What excuse me? Excuse me? Like, go get the ball. Have you never played jackpot before? Go high point the ball. I mean, he looks like the most uncoordinated person of all time right here. You can't catch that ball. The TV's not even looking. We got him, boys. Oh, no, wait. He might throw it back to CJ Stroud. Okay, so you can't blame him for shooting there. But holy over pursuit. Who's got the backside? Over pursue. And I get it. So you got to have a backside player. Could be him. Could have been him. I don't know. Is Yasir Abdullah. That's your problem right there. He was the backside player. So he's the backside player right here. So basically his job as the backside player is to make sure nothing gets cut back. Nothing. Whether it's a run this way, whether it's a toss out here, his job is, and this is a good play call by Slowick because, I mean, he's thinking pre-snap his responsibility is this guy. So if the ball goes out here, he's got to get there. He's thinking that. So when he sees him get the ball, and then when he sees Stroud replace, he's thinking that's my responsibility. But you got to hold your integrity of the backside. All right. That's it for plays. I got no more plays. If you came here for plays, that's it. That's it. We'll get to some comments here. Duval dive. Cisco's been playing a lot of more strong safety with Savage out. Johnson can't play much man as a liability, in my opinion, resulting in Cisco playing way more man and less free safety the last 2 weeks. Need Savage. Or could have drafted a corner, Jerry Jones, to play in that position. Get all the picks we can for the new GM. Damn, says Jarvis. Jags can get right playing the Colts. If not, time to trade players. You can't lose to Joe Flacco. Who do you trade? It's a great question. Who do you trade? Christian Kirk, Cam Robinson, ETN. I love how Gabe Davis' mom acts like he's the best player ever when bro's dropping every contested ball and running a solid 70-40. Oh, you can't blame his mom. Your mom probably thinks you're the best person on earth. You can't blame the mom. We lost to Joe Flacco last year. We got torched by Joe Flacco. Why are there 2 receivers running right to 3 deep DBs? Flacco shredded us in the Browns last year. Rip Jags DB. I'm an Eagles fanatic only here because I followed the Jags with Nick Foles as quarterback a year ago, and now Dougie P is your head coach. Well, I appreciate it, Richie. Glad you're here. I drafted Saquon Barkley in all my fantasy leagues. Wasn't great last week, but until then, it was great. And actually, one of my favorite bars here in Jack's Beach is an Eagles bar. So I'm friends with a lot of Eagles fans. They're very rude and they're mean, but they like me. They like me because they know me. I'm the Jags fan, and they love me. They buy me drinks. They buy me shots. They love me because they know I'm a diehard Jags fan. So yeah, I have a little connection with the Eagles. I'm glad you're here. Trevor thinks he's in. I don't even know that reference. Doug is about to be gonzo. Jason has finally snapped. I haven't snapped. I'm back. I'm back, boys. I'm back. I got me my favorite flavor of tequila high noon seltzer, lime. My favorite flavor. Cheers. Mike's broken. Oh, it's muffled. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I'm selling like the Jags are selling. Christian is like 5'10", to be fair. Press Taylor, goal line play, calling lost this game. First and second down handoffs to Tank after he ran 60 yards were wasted plays. Bigsby was gassed and should have been subbed in out for ETN. I don't think it was the play calling there. I kind of showed it. It was more the blocking. I actually liked that quarterback draw play. Outside opinion, I think the Jags are suffering from the same problem the Eagles are currently have too many players from the same college. Oh. Except our LSU guys are pretty good. Our players just aren't winners. No effort or technique or ability to win a 50-50 play. Duval, that was inexcusable. Got to get a touchdown there. Yo, Jason, your mic's gain is crazy. Is it? I don't know, dude. I'm selling like the Jags. I'm selling. Sorry, guys. I appreciate you giving me the heads up. I'm not going to be able to fix it. We're an hour 20 in. It is what it is at this point. Hopefully it was good until now. Eagles are suffering from drafting too many. Oh, Georgia. Oh, Jags. Oh, Clemson. We suck. Volkfang's here. We're good. Volkfang's here. We're good. Travis Etienne Jr. is my Jordan Davis. I hear Devontae Adams wants to join the mess. No, he doesn't. He wants to go to a winning team. I'm reading that one. Throwbacks getting the Jags. Good luck. Let's get this win. Doug will be so interested in ETN. The Kirk, ETN, Cam, Walker, Little Gabe, everything must go. Maybe even you. Are you talking about me? Are you trading me, Travis? I talked about I might just start a Saints YouTube channel. I kind of like the Saints for some reason. Taysom Hill. There'll be maybe some pun off Taysom Hill. Do you honestly still have hope we turn it around? I don't know if I have hope. But kind of like I said at the beginning of the show, like what else am I going to do? Like we're going to sit here and just bash everyone every week? That's boring. We might have to flip the format of the show to like just life lessons like we did in the past. Let Balky fire sale all the players his way out, and we'll get value like Dave Caldwell did. That is to say, a 5th rounder for the best guy on our D. That's the problem with fire sales. You never get anything good in return. Pretty sure this is from Paul. I'm pretty sure I heard Trevor gets stronger in the offseason. Do you think that could mess with his accuracy? Maybe. I don't know. Something's up. He's never looked this bad ever in his career, as far as accuracy wise. And that's something that usually gets better as you get older. So I don't know. I don't know. The whole Trevor thing has got me a little like uneasy because I'm the staunchest Trevor supporter, and I don't know what to say about him and his performance. And his last 2 weeks have been bad. The O-line's been better these last 2 weeks, so we can't sit here and blame the O-line because they haven't been perfect, but they haven't been as bad as they've been. Jason, if the Jags need a head coach, what are your thoughts on Vrabel? I like it. I like Vrabel. I'm a huge Vrabel fan. I am. Mike fixed itself. Oh, hell yeah. See, listen, just like the mic fixed itself, is there a chance? Is there a chance the Jags fix themselves? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's my soundboard. My soundboard's scuffed. Davis, from the front office, who would you like to go up against in a board drill? I'd go against you, Davis. I know Davis is a little bit bigger, and he's got a little bit of an ego on him. He thinks he's better at golf. He thinks he can lift more. I'd like to go against Davis in a board drill. I would. Your mic is good, just muffles out when you're too loud. Oh, God. Sorry. How does this defense get sacks? I don't know. Tackle. When you get your hands on them, tackle. Gabe is so slow. Take some. I like that. Where's Wingard? DWE. Can we trade for Billy Bell already? What is Con waiting for? I don't know who Billy Bell is. Blake Bell, Belldozer. Dewey to the rescue. Rock Bottom is losing at home to the Colts on Trevor's birthday with throwback. Ooh. I'm kind of pissed you even put that in my head, Moon. A little pissed. So his rookie year. I don't have hope. I have delusion. 0 defensive turnovers, 4 game is wild. All right. I know we got a lot of Bill Belichick. When Dewey makes a play, Dewey, yeah. Turn Gabe into a tight end. Okay. All right. Last one. Random football thought. I'm so happy Derrick Henry is in tight. Oh, see, that's why Shay's good. You ended on a positive note. Thank God. Because Tony Pollard is not the same guy as Derrick Henry. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Derrick Henry had a beast of a game. I don't know why people think the offense is bad and want the guy that made Matt Patricia and Joe Judge as offensive coach. It's more about a culture thing, I think, Volkfang. I get what you're saying, but it's like we have a culture problem here. We have a massive culture problem. We don't know how to win. We don't know how to close out games. We don't know how to play as professionals. We don't know how to do your job, as Bill Belichick would say. And I think Dougie P could turn it around, but if he doesn't, I'd rather have a guy who has some history in the NFL turning it around. I think we had some positive despite the loss. You know, we are second in the league in yards per rush. And that's right. And that's a good point, though, Rob. But I think my biggest issue is like, I kind of said this earlier. It's when we need it. Like when we need to milk the clock, we can't run. When we need a first down, we can't run. When we need a goal line touchdown, we can't run. When we need a big catch on third down, we can't get it. When we need Trevor to make a perfect throw to open up the game, he can't do it. It's like, it's not so much the stats and the analytics, because you can make those say a lot of things that are positive. It's like the eyeball test. When we need them to do it, they don't do it. Like they're not clutch. They don't execute. I don't know how to fix that. Nico Collins is our new Derrick Henry. Sorry. It's okay, Moon. It's okay. I don't even think Nico had a great game. Dude, Nico had a great game. Are you kidding me? What do you have? Like 12 catches, 151 yards, and a touchdown? I get he's good for the culture, but so is Doug. I think Belichick gets us to the same place we're in 4 years. Okay, that's true. When we needed to close the game out, they gave the ball to Dearness Johnson instead of Tank. Yeah. I know. I actually asked myself like what he's doing in the game at all. They just don't have the clutch gene. It's a trifecta of GM not getting good players, the players not executing the scheme, and the coaches being outcoached. Yeah. I mean we'll actually end it with that one. That's solid. That's solid. That's the reason. All right, boys. That's it for me. Wrapping it up. Yeah. Wrapping it up. Make sure to follow everything in the video description. Make sure to follow the YouTube. Obviously, you do. Make sure to follow the Instagram and the Twitter. I'll be on Club Jaguar tomorrow. So me and Jordan DeLugo and UCF Jaguar will be on. I'm going to probably try to convince them to not give up. That's what I did last week, and it didn't work. But I'm going to try my best to do that again. Friday night, we'll do a film breakdown for the Colts game. We're getting to the point into the season and with the losses where we may just start just talking about random stuff. But I know y'all will be here because you guys are always here. And I love that because I love talking to you guys. And I do love all of you guys. I really do. So I hope you guys know that. Everyone in the comments, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you to the super chat we had a long time ago in the comments. So what I do love about this show is that there's a bunch of comments, but it was from Brentley. Thank you, Brentley, for the $5. Thank you to all the channel members that were here. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in a day on UCF Jaguars channel and in 3 days on my channel. And then I'll see you at the game. Like I said, if you're going to the game, hit me up. You can DM me, message me, tweet me, whatever it is, and then I'll be at the game. I hang out in the same spot all the time, so just hit me up and I'll be there. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you guys being here. As always, even though we're 0-4, go Jags.